President Donald Trump has described the current government shutdown as what he calls an unprecedented opportunity to reshape Washington. Speaking on Thursday, he revealed that he would meet with his budget chief, Russell Vought, to discuss which agencies, particularly those tied to Democrats, might face deep cuts. While Trump did not specify whether he plans to reduce spending or cut federal jobs, he emphasized that the conversation would focus on whether the reductions should be temporary or permanent. His comments underscore his strategy of using the shutdown to gain political leverage rather than seeking an immediate resolution. The shutdown began at midnight Wednesday after Democrats and Republicans failed to agree on a funding deal. Instead of backing down, Trump appears determined to use the standoff to push forward his long-standing vision of shrinking the federal government while putting pressure on his opponents. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, during an appearance on CNBC, noted that it was not unreasonable for the president to use every tool available. However, he admitted that such a shutdown could hurt the U.S. economy. Already on the first day, Trump and his aides froze roughly $26 billion in approved funding for infrastructure and green energy projects, primarily in Democrat-led states, including New York, home to Democratic leaders Hakeem Jeffries and Chuck Schumer. Russell Vought also indicated to Republican lawmakers that mass layoffs among federal employees could soon begin. The administration may target positions that conflict with the president's political vision. Many workers are already furloughed, while others continue working without pay. Unions are now moving to challenge the layoffs in court. This move builds on a broader effort that Trump and Vought launched at the start of his second term through the Department of Government Efficiency, also known as DOGE. Over the past 8 months, their cost-cutting campaign has resulted in dismissals of large numbers of civil servants, the closure of agencies, and the cancellation of billions in government spending, sometimes pushing the limits of congressional authority. By December, estimates suggest that the federal workforce could shrink by as many as 300,000 jobs compared to the start of the year. Looking ahead, Trump has proposed a budget that would cut about $163 billion in fiscal year 2026. These reductions would primarily target climate initiatives, education, healthcare, and housing programs, many of which provide direct support to low-income Americans. In his social media message, the president also praised Vought's work on Project 2025, a conservative blueprint calling for a major reorganization of federal power, and noted what he called an existential need to maximize executive authority. The government shutdown, instead of being treated as a crisis, is now being framed by the White House as a chance to permanently reshape federal operations, an approach that could redefine the balance of power between Washington and the American people. If you found this analysis insightful, don't forget to support us by subscribing to InsightPulse. Stay connected for more breaking updates and in-depth coverage on politics, global affairs, and the stories shaping our world.